Hello, how are you? I'm Michelle Merrix with the MindfulHER Woman. Today, I am so excited to discuss with you. The title today is Did You Forget? How to Improve Your Memory. And my husband and I are actually taking a program together, and it is about improving our memory. So today we're going to discuss this because the MindfulHER Woman, being mindful, you want to have a good mindset, and we're going to talk today about a few steps on your memory. This is a big, program that we're taking, but it's really cool, and I want to share it with you. But many women, once you get to, and men, the age 45 plus, you're going to start to notice a little brain fog, phases of life, and of course we start to worry, oh goodness, do I have like an early onset dementia? Does this run in my family? I want to share a few things with you. So this is about the brain, how the brain works to help clear up any kind of brain fog and help your memory. So I'm sure that you notice a certain age. When I was in my 20s, I could remember names unbelievable. But now I no longer remember names like I used to. And we forget to stop after work to grab something from the store. We forget to pick something up at the store if we, remember to stop, what have you. Things like what was on that grocery list if I did not remember to pick it up. So it's funny, and you have to be humorous about it. But this is a course that is with the brain coach, Jim Kwik. And Jim Kwik is amazing. So he has worked with celebrities, top executives in the entire world, world leaders. He's helped memorize scripts for celebrities for different movies. And he has also helped like top leaders with their speeches, memorizing the speech. Because when someone is speaking, what happens is if they start to get nervous, that then affects your cortisol, which causes stress. And anyone who's under stress, that then causes also forgetfulness. So amazing how the brain works with the nervous system, how everything's connected. But this was really cool. So the first thing in this program that we had to learn was a list of 20 items. And within a half hour, my husband and I learned 1 through 20. We could go 1 through 20 down and then 20 backwards down to 1. And it was a really neat thing. And then we are joking, sending something on text every day, like 17 is magazine, 20 is Fox, 2, boy, isn't that funny? I can't even think of 2 while I'm sitting here. Oh, socks, 2 pairs of socks. So it's about vision, because when we think of memory or we think of anything, is always in pictures. Anything that the brain ever thinks of, it's visualizing, it's in pictures. So that is, sorry, I'm going to move this here real quick. So that is amazing to me how we learned 20 things that we had no idea what they were going to be about. So I'm going to show you, because what's really important too is the top 10 foods for you to eat that help memory, help clarity, help erase out any of that brain fog that you have or that you've been having. And it's a neat program. So with this, I'm going to show you a few things that we have done. And let me just move this down a bit for us. One thing for you to know, if you're concerned about your memory, there are ways to help improve your memory for sure. 1/3 of your brain is genetics. So if you're worried about, my mom had Alzheimer's, my great-grandmother, what have you, 1/3 of your brain is genetics. 2/3 of your brain is under your control. And what happens is, if you link anything, who learns the fastest? It's children. But if you link anything like visualization plus your emotion that has to do with that visualization, that picture, it equals long-term memory. And that's how you help your long-term memory. So you think back to like flashcards when you were in school, when you were younger. And going back to flashcards, and pardon me, so I wanted to go back here and show you, and I'm trying to fix this real quick, I'm so sorry, there we go. And I wanted to show you how this works. So I loved flashcards when I was young, and of course it always helped with math. Spelling, I would go over, my mom would say the word, I would write it down. I was one of those who always needed someone to help me with that. So my mom was kind enough, she would always help me with my spelling words, even before class. And that helps with your memory because you're repeating over and over. But what's amazing about this with Jim Kwik is he is actually explaining to you how to keep that memory. Have you ever found you're reading a book nowadays and you don't really remember the entire book? Also, it's recommended, and I'll throw this in here now, is it's recommended that you play games such as cards, chess, checkers, and a word search. Word searches are great, even crossword, but word searches. So these are the top 10 foods and of what you eat. You are what you eat. It is so true. And here's an exercise that I'm going to show you, which is kind of funny. So we'll see if I can remember it as well. And I know that Aiden here is going to bring up the list. And within this list, the very first thing as you are learning to upgrade and up-level your memory are brain foods. So this is what that means. When you're going to the store, I'll show you something just so funny. But when you're going to the store, there is there's actually an exercise that he taught us. But avocados, I'm going to go through this list real quick first. Avocados, healthy fat. You have to be eating healthy fat, not the bad fat, healthy fats, which avocados are great for you. And also the brain is made up of 70% fat. And this is funny because I'm going to give you another statistic as well. But blueberries are an antioxidant. Broccoli, so good for you, so full of vitamins. Coconut oil, again, your fats that are very good for you. Eggs, protein is great. Eggs, fatty eggs, green leafy vegetables. Turmeric, which is a spice. And it's a little spicy for me. It's a little bit of a different taste for me. Salmons and sardines, so good, such a brain food. Walnuts are a great brain food. Dark chocolate, 70% or higher. So water is also 70% where the brain is formed. 70% of your brain is made of water. 60% inside your body is water. So stay hydrated. And I'm going to go through this list again with you. And what I'll do on here is he was teaching us, of course, how to do an exercise that helps you to memorize. And I'll go through this list again and let's see if I can do this correctly, and I have it in front of me. But any kind, when you're trying to learn something, think of as a kid as you did a sing-along. And the sing-along where you were like, oh yeah, well, of course I remembered that. So the 10 brain foods that I will share with you, this is how he started. These are not my rules. He made this up and then I was to memorize it. But on top of your head, so if you take body parts and try to memorize something, this was avocado. So if I'm at the store, I need a grocery list. Avocado, the nose is blueberries, the mouth is broccoli. The next in line should be coconut oil. The next was your fingers for turmeric. And let me see if I'm getting this. So for turmeric again, it's because when you touch this spicy spice, it turns your fingers like yellow. And actually, I would have messed one before, which was the green leafy vegetables. So green leafy vegetables was the shoulders. So if I'm at the grocery store, I forget my grocery list, I can think about this and how it goes. Then it goes to turmeric. And then think of a necklace here that's your salmon and your sardines. So if you're thinking of a necklace with sardines, as wild as this is, and on the belly button, it would be walnuts. Why he chose that, I don't know. But the point was, it was for your memorization because you have to associate things. So then after walnuts, again, would be dark chocolate, which is your backside. And then, of course, water is the bonus. So again, it would go avocado, blueberries, broccoli, coconut oil, green leafy vegetables. My fingers would be turmeric. It would go down to, oh, I'm sorry, I had eggs in here. I forgot that one. Eggs for esophagus and walnuts, and then dark chocolate. So as you think of it, you're at the grocery store, you're like, wait a minute, okay, I have that. But what happens is it puts the association, which you can see on the screen, and associates with parts of the body. And you would be amazed because when my husband and I happened to learn the 1 through 20, and we went backwards 20 through 1, and they were just bizarre things. We had memorized that within a half hour. So as this time goes on, I will be sharing with you through this program. It's actually a 35-day program. But the very first thing that can help your memory, and I do realize as I've switched up my own diet, when you are eating this top 10 superfood, it does make a difference. You will have more clarity. You'll think more clear. And of course, that'll put you in a better mood. And then we'll talk too about the exercise that needed to do, supplements that help the body, help the brain. So everything's for the brain. So the Mindful Her Woman is about having a good, clear mind. Clarity for decisions is what we want, and being very mindful of what you're doing. And this helps with decision making and everything that you have going on in your life. So women, we multitask. This will help for you to memorize. I appreciate you so much. Again, I'm Michelle Merrix with Mindful Her Woman, and I hope you have a fabulous day here with WCTV. Thank you.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.